shotgun going first, but this is a heck of a step for
Yeah.
a weak man like me to make, dude.
I think you can do it.
I don't think I can.
Do you want to set it down?
I can't leg press myself up.
Can you set it on the corner and then like shimmy yourself in?
Let's set it down and I'll put the stairs out.
Oh, you have stairs?
Yeah.
This whole time you had stairs.
Okay, so before we get started on this beautiful little trailer, I want to tell you about today's sponsor, Simply Safe. Now, they've been with my channel for a while now, and they are an incredible sponsor and also make an incredible product. And you're going to want to stick around for this one because they're offering you guys some incredible holiday deals. So if you want your home to feel safer, there's no better time than now. They are offering early access to all their Black Friday deals, 50% off and more on their award-winning security system. This is my doorbell camera, one of the favorite components to the system because it connects to my app and I can see when anyone shows up to my house. And the new camera is up here, same field of view basically. So we're gonna pop this bad boy off. This is so cool, watch. Boom, it's just a magnet. And you can spin it and change it, so cool. Yeah, we're gonna take this off and move it up to the shop. Now, Simply Safe monitors your home 24/7. They have a customizable setup for your home. So you can go on their website, pick the sensors and monitors and cameras that you need to protect your home, and you can order it and have it installed very quickly. Instead of waiting for lengthy install time, Simply Safe just allows you to design the system that you want and ships it right to your door. They have sensors to cover every entry point of your house, doors and windows. They have a smoke detector. They have HD cameras to set up both inside and outside. They also have a water detector. So if you have possibility of broken pipes or a leaky dishwasher, you can set that up as well. Now, this is a new camera with an ultra wide 140-degree field of view. It has 1080 HD resolution and 8x zoom capability. It also has a built-in night vision. So at night it works super well, and you can use it through your phone audio both ways. So I can talk through this and I can hear through this. This is a really cool feature and an awesome addition to my security system. So the camera sets up really easy, just a couple screws into the wall, and then you got a little magnetic base that sticks on there, and you can adjust that camera to get the 140-degree field of view wherever you need it. I can capture my Argosy and the side of my house. It also has a battery in it. It doesn't need to be plugged in, and that battery is, I haven't charged it yet, and I've had it for a couple months. So the battery's gonna last you a while. So you can save 50% or more on a security system during their biggest sale of the year. Just go to simplysafe.com/Rawls. This is an amazing deal for you guys, and I gotta tell you, there's no reason why you shouldn't have your home or shop secured by Simply Safe. I just want to say a big thanks to them for sponsoring the channel. They've been long-term friends of the channel, so I appreciate it. Link is in the description. Let's get started on this build. Okay, so back on the Argosy, pretty excited about this. I'm actually kind of fired up right now. It's been sitting for a while. My wife and I have kind of been talking. She really wants to use it for spring break, and I think it's got to be done by then. I got to put a deadline on this. Honestly, I'd love to have it done by the end of the year, but think that's pretty unrealistic. The good news is I have some help. For those of you who don't watch my woodworking videos and only are here for the Argosy, that's okay. I still love you guys. I hired an apprentice. He's actually in there right now working on frames for the pantry and the countertop. If you haven't seen the video where I introduced him, you can go learn more about him. His name's Robert. He's pretty awesome. He moved here from Florida, and he's just a huge help in the shop. Now, all that being said, I don't want you guys to give me a hard time. I have not kicked my dad off this project. He's a very big part of this, and it's been an absolute pleasure to restore this with him. He's just out of town right now, and this is the week that I allocated to work on this. He'll be back towards the end of the week, so he'll be here working soon. I would never kick him off. Robert has not replaced my dad. Sorry, Dad. I didn't fire you. I just needed help in the shop. You're retired. You need to be able to enjoy retirement and not be a free employee for me. I've got 2 walls to make. We've already veneered and laid up this wall. It's going to be super pretty. Same veneer as those. I need to scribe it in, though. I've got some 1/4-inch plywood. I'm going to work on scribes. That'll get me a 1/2-inch wall going here out of plywood, 1/2-inch wall going right here out of plywood, and then we'll build in our pantry. From there, it's building boxes and cabinet doors. So a lot of things that should go really quickly. Okay, so I'm going to be chiming in here from the camper, kind of giving you guys some voiceover on what's happening. What you saw me doing there on the bottom of the walls was cutting out a rabbet to put in an aluminum piece of trim that I've done on all the walls. If you watch the other videos, I did the same thing, and that piece of aluminum is what attaches the wall to the floor. So what I can do is go into the camper, install that piece of aluminum, and then the wall will actually butt right up into it, and it aligns everything. It's actually a really easy, pretty quick way to get these walls in and installed in the camper. Now, while I was working on that, Robert was busting out the frame for the countertop, which we're about to transition into. We made that out of cypress, and he is running it through the Y belt, and we're going to use that kind of to build up a core for a countertop we're going to be building. Okay, so here's kind of the first initial test fit. This is really a cool looking panel. It's a little bit tight on top now, which is actually good because I had a gap up there, but it's not closing up over here. And the reason for that is when you add this aluminum, I did trim off about a 1/16. I just didn't want to take too much, but you know, this aluminum's kicking it up, and that's what's making it fit tight. So we'll have to trim a little bit more off the bottom, which means I'll have to take a little bit more off that rabbet where that aluminum insets. But man, that's going to be killer looking once we get it all in there. I'm going to go ahead and mark off where I need my aluminum strapping to rivet it to the wall, and then we are pretty much ready to set this wall.
We're making a countertop.
We're building a countertop. I have no idea how to do this. So basically,
You have some idea.
I really don't. I've never worked with zinc. So we've got a wood frame, putting the insulation in it. We need to cut the 1/4-inch plywood. Is going to go on the bottom.
Yep.
We'll drop in the insulation. This is a lot like the wall panels. And then a 1/2-inch sheet over the top. And then we're going to try to put zinc on top of that. So,
cool.
I mean, we'll see if it works, man. Like my game plan is to glue the zinc and try to fold it. Maybe we can get like a long hard board and kind of
over it.
Bend it real clean because we don't have anything to bend it with. So what we need to do is get the 1/4-inch plywood cut.
Yep.
Get it glued and screwed on, and then while you're doing that, I'll start sawing out
All right.
foam board.
So it'll be about 1.5 inches total thickness.
It's going to be about 1.5 inches. Okay, so once we got the core of the countertop all laid up, I wanted to take it into the camper and test the fit, see, make sure it's all good and right and the right size. Obviously, before we go through all the trouble of gluing down the zinc metal on top of that plywood. How many trips today to the camper, man? For me, it's probably 20.
I've only made a few.
workbench is going on top.
It is, but this is where the sink is, right?
Hopefully it doesn't come crashing down. Yeah. All right. Let's see if we can't figure out how to put this metal on here. This is my first time to ever work with zinc metal, and it's fairly soft. I actually got this from rotometals.com, and you guys, I'm going to link it in the description. It's a great supplier of sheet goods, all kinds of different metals, and they did a great job getting this shipped out to me, and it came just basically rolled up in a box, and I was able to pull it out, unroll it, and lay it out on the workbench, and use the track saw to cut it down to the size I needed. I left it oversized, overhanging the edges, because we're going to fold it over the front of the countertop. I also took the orbital out and put 80 grit on and sanded the whole back side of that metal. That way the epoxy kind of has something to grab to. Then we took some acetone and really cleaned it up real good. You want to make sure you clean it before you put any glue on it. Obviously, if it's got oil or residue or anything like that, it's not going to stick to your substrate. And I think sanding is probably a good idea too, because it gives it a little bit of scratches in there, something for that epoxy to stick to. Okay, we've got the countertop all glued up in here, and I think we've got a pretty good chance that we glued it to the workbench. We might have put too much epoxy in this.
Yeah.
It's been dripping over. It's set overnight basically. You can see a lot of spots in here where it's dripped down to the actual workbench surface. So we're going to pull it out and cross our fingers. It might take some work to get it off the bench, but once we do that, the hardest part of this whole build is going to be figuring out how to bend these edges. We've been deliberating on that, and I don't think we have an answer yet.
Not totally.
Not totally, but yeah, that's how we work. So we're going to pull these clamps off and hope for the best. Glued that on there a little.
There was that little bit right there.
That was the moment of truth. Oh, shoot. It's really glued down.
You know, we just need a mallet. That's all.
It's going to peel that plywood apart, isn't it? Might need a sledgehammer, dude.
What if we took a chisel and broke wherever it dripped?
Holy cow. There she is. It definitely stuck, and we got pieces of plywood coming off. And we still have pieces of plywood on the workbench.
We probably should have put a coat of wax or
that would have been smart.
shellac or something down.
Should have waxed the bench.
Perfect. We're good. Cool. We did barely touch it.
Yeah, but I didn't see any sparks.
That's great.
We didn't really hit it all, did we?
Well, a little bit.
A little bit. Okay, we're stopping here. The sander's really not liking it. It's bogging down, and it's getting pretty dang hot. Hot enough to where it's starting to break the bond, the epoxy. So we're gonna have to get some epoxy down under here and re-glue this in sections. So, oh yeah, it's coming unglued. Maybe it wasn't a great idea. Yeah, we'll stop it here and we'll do the rest by hand. was not fun. That was brutal, dude. You just like tiny little shaving smack in my face.
I was feeling them coming at me.
Okay, so the bending process. Basically, you know, we're just figuring this out. The first one we did, it actually works pretty good. It takes a lot of muscle to bend that. We use the board, obviously, to keep the pressure even. Found that using clamps was the best way to go. If you clamp the top and the side and just kind of crush it all together, you get a nice, clean bend. And that's basically what we did. We did on both edges is just clamped them up and wrapped them around. Once those clamps, you know, once that metal is wrapped around, you can pull the clamps off and the metal is formed and is set where you need it. It doesn't spring back really.
This one is. Oh, we're getting there.
We're getting there. Golly. Moving the workbench now.
We're making good progress.
I think we go to the clamps now.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
You've gotten quite a bit more bend out of yours.
I was using my body.
Well, you're stronger, I think.
Hit it.
It's pretty darn straight. If I had a better files. All right.
Could even.
Now, I guess we just hammer that around. This is probably not exactly how this was supposed to be done.
I don't know. You keep saying that, and we're getting results. So
I'll tell you what, we'll sand that.
yeah. Cool.
We'll figure it out.
I think
Yeah,
your idea about maybe the little bit of soldering.
Yeah,
Might
kind
be
of just shaping it.
Really good idea.
Okay, after about, I don't know, how many hours you got in this? 2-3 hours of sanding?
13, 14 hours.
Feels like that.
I don't know.
Right? It's sanded to 220 grit. Looks amazing. Looks great. Now I know with the zinc, a lot of people are probably going to comment, this stuff patinas, it's soft, so I know we're not going to stay pretty forever, but hopefully for a while at least, it looks nice and shiny. The last step we're going to do here, we're just kind of experimenting, is we're going to put 320 grit on the pad, and then try to just kind of do straight long passes, kind of put that scratch pattern in it, and do the final sanding, get the edges as well, and the corners nice and polished up. It's not going to hit everything. Might be
320 on the belt sander.
right. I feel like a little bit more pressure might be the way to go. I don't know if that's ever coming off. I look metallic. Yours that bad? No?
I'm getting there.
Oh my gosh, how did I get so dirty?
I'm trying to not touch it.
I'm absorbing my zinc for the day.
Maybe for the year.
Probably for my life. Hopefully there's not like a
Zinc overdose?
Yeah, so what can happen to me? Okay, so that shuts it down for this video. Thanks for tuning in. I'm actually in here at night. I don't know if you guys have seen the camper much at night. Doing a little last minute work. I got the frames. I had the kids out here helping me work today. Okay, you got it?
I want to try this one, but
Okay, you got it.
Okay, let's see.
Push it, push it, push it. Hey, let go. You did it. Actually, we got the frames all screwed in down here. Once you screw these in, they are rock solid. Everything is, you know, tied together. Got Clecos in the back. We'll rivet those in. The walls are all locked in. Basically, I need to come in here and just do a bunch of riveting. Making progress. The pantry space here is getting done. We've got quite a bit of work to do on framing and all that, but the difficult stuff is behind me. The curved work, a lot of the veneer work is all behind me, so things are going to speed up. And of course, you probably want to see the countertop. She looks pretty good. This is a big sink. I know a lot of people are going to say, why do you use such a big sink? But it has a lip here, so I can come in and build a nice, beautiful cutting board to fit in here and actually make my countertop space bigger. It is not attached right now. It's just kind of floating on there. I'll get that all dialed in. There will be a 2-burner cooktop right here, so there's not much countertop space. You got a little bit here, and I think I'll build a fold-out little thing here, fold-out table. You can work off of that as well. But like I said, this is a big sink, but you can put the cutting board in here, and I can build a custom one that can slide back and forth, that can actually cover the whole sink. You know, so there's a lot we can do. I really wanted to get a sink with that option and get a little bit bigger sink. So the countertop came out looking awesome. The corner, you know, for never having done this before, the corner looks, you know, pretty good. I like the kind of industrial look of it. You know, you can see the seam a little bit. Now I know this zinc is going to patina. It does not hold up very well. It's pretty soft. So I know we got it all polished and pretty, and it probably won't stay that way for very long. And I like the idea of getting a kind of an old patina look to this over time. I think it'll look pretty cool. Nice contrast to the pretty clean wood. Speaking of pretty clean wood, look at these panels here. These got that panel scribed in. It looks great. And then the fridge panel as well. Just looks awesome. Got to get finished on those. As always, thank you so much for tuning in, guys. I really appreciate it. A huge thanks to SimpliSafe for sponsoring. Make sure you go check out, get your savings on that. You guys are a great inspiration for all this. I probably wouldn't have gotten it done without y'all's positive feedback. Even the negative comments drive me. Next video, we will be working on cabinet boxes. Got to get solar on, and then pretty soon we're going to be knocking out this space. I got a lot of cool things happening up here, convertible bed and all that. So inching closer, guys. Appreciate you guys tuning in. We'll see you next time.